Hey, I'm Isabel,
And I'm Aviva. You're listening to When Isabel Met Aviva.
a podcast about rom-coms, female-driven screenwriting, and how to break into the entertainment industry.
How's it going today, Isabel?
It's going well, actually. I think we discussed this in the last episode, but I have like a renewed creative energy burst lately. So I've been pretty good about usually about writing for about an hour a day, I would say. Even though it's not really getting anywhere, it's definitely a lot of just like brain dump kind of writing stuff to just get it out of my brain, but I've been enjoying just like it's been very hard for me. Like I have a final draft document that I just titled it brain dump because I was like it started as the opening to a screenplay and then it just very quickly turned into kind of an outline, a jumble of words, and I was like, okay, you know what, just like I'm just gonna leave this all here. I'll come back to it later. But yeah, I've been proud of myself because that was one of my goals, was to just start of like try to create a routine. So at least I'm
Yeah.
getting the ideas out. I
Yeah, an
guess.
hour a day sounds really impressive to me. So I feel like we've switched roles. I'm like, I'm not
Yeah,
really
I know
writing.
you're like,
I
oh
have been doing
no.
stuff. It's always just one of us. No, we've been creative at the same time, I think. But that's so cool. I'm just curious, like for inspiration for us all. Yeah, when you're doing a brain dump, like it's under a log line? Like how do you get from an
I
idea forward?
Yeah, so I started with like I made like a whole new final draft because I'm rewriting that Christmas movie right now. And normally I keep all of my ideas on my phone in my notes section, right? But I kept finding that like I didn't want to have my phone near me when I'm working on my laptop because I don't want to have to keep like looking at my phone and getting distracted. So I kind of took the information that was in my phone and I just put it I started working off of it first because I had on my phone I had sort of outlined how I wanted the opening to go for this. And so I started writing like the actual opening, but then I don't know, because I kind of was like, I want to do a montage. I'm trying to figure out how to do a montage between like the two of them. And so then that was where it started to turn into like more just like brain dump, where I'm like, okay, if this is where this part's going to happen, and then it's going to be like cut to, and then this part. And so it kind of, I like lost the whole format, right? Like it no longer looks like a screenplay. So I think that's when I realized, okay, I don't want to just like delete all of this because I think that's what
Mhm.
my type A personality part would normally do, is just be like, oh, I messed this up. I have to delete and start over. But I decided just to save it. And so now that file is just called like the title of the movie, Brain Dump. And now I'm using that to just sort of like put all of like when I have random scene, I just write out a scene. If I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, I have this scene idea, I'm just writing it in there, but I'm not putting it into the actual story yet because I don't know where it's going to go. It's just like I had this little idea for a funny scene, so I just wrote it out, but it's not in the master doc, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and because you already have written a draft of this, right? Are you keeping any of the writing from the last draft, or are you starting fresh?
I'm starting completely fresh right now. I think there will be like some scenes that I'll probably keep, but I feel
Mhm.
like it's gonna honestly be a total rewrite.
Yeah, I'm so curious. Yeah, because I don't know when I rewrite if I've ever just started over. Like I tend to
hmm
like kind of carry it forward. But that's interesting. I know that like what you're doing is also
Yeah. Well, I
common for
mean,
writers.
yeah, I think because too for this rewrite in particular, I'm changing like a major part of the storyline. So like the whole first act has to be totally different because it's a different kind of setup. So that's where I'm like in my mind the whole first act will be totally different. There's probably parts of the second act where they're
Mhm.
kind of like dating and doing things that I can keep, and maybe just have to change a little bit to fit like how their new characters are. And then I think that the ending will be like kind of similar, but again, I'll probably tweak some of it to make more sense to like what has changed in the first act. So that's where I'm kind of like telling myself that the hardest part is just getting the first act done because that's where like all of the plot, changes. And then hopefully it'll be a lot faster once I finish that part. But I don't know, it's been kind of fun, I guess, to go back into that world. But I don't know. Do you ever feel this? Or I guess maybe you do because we kind of talked about this with twinsies. Where like when I looked back, I don't think it's a bad script. It was just I felt a little bit like when I looked back at my this Christmas movie, I was like, this is what I wrote.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. It's really weird to look back on scripts because I feel that way. Yeah, where I feel such a disconnect from like the previous version of me that wrote this. So I'm like, I don't even remember like
Yeah.
where this came from. And then sometimes, a lot of the times when I come up with a script that I like do talk, not everything I write I've loved, but like with Twinsies, I remember when I wrote it, I was like, this is the best thing I've ever written. Like I'm always like in that
Yeah.
energy, which is
I still
I
love that
think
script.
true. Thank you. No, and it honestly like depends what day. Like I really do want to do a
Mhm.
table read for it, and I think the concept's really good. But yeah, no, it's weird to like look back on things and like
Yeah.
have a different level of confidence or be like, who wrote this? And
Yeah, right. I know that was sort of what I was feeling when I looked at it. I was like starting to read it and I was a little bit like kind of feeling some cringe for not for myself. I want to be like a little bit kinder to myself because
yeah,
I think one of the other big things I've really realized through the last couple years and especially going back and looking at something that I wrote, mind you, with like three or four other people's like opinion and advice on it. And so I'll be really curious like that this to me is a great little social experiment because I'm gonna be so curious to see when I finish this rewrite how AI feel about it, how other people feel when they
hmm
read it, and the producers, and like if that version of the script gets sold, I'm gonna be like this. Maybe we should all be talking about how there's too many executives putting their input into things, and maybe that I wonder if
yeah.
that could be part of the issue why all these crappy movies keep
I
happening.
mean, that's a great question. Yeah, if you have too many cooks in the kitchen or whatever they
Mhm.
say, then yeah, that'll be really interesting to see. So, do you have a deadline for yourself for this, or are you just like, I'm going to show up every day and just work on it for an
Um,
hour?
I feel like I don't want to stress myself out by giving
Yeah.
myself a deadline, but I also feel like I need a deadline. I keep
Mhm.
trying to tell myself I need to first let kind of like for me the creative process of this because it is kind of like going back and changing a whole different story. I kind of need to like let my brain do what it needs to do because I feel like what I'm really struggling with which I'm curious if you and other writers feel this way where sometimes I do feel this like paralysis of like I can see how I want the movie to be like in the very first like 10 minutes or so, but I can't like figure out how to write it. Like I'm just like I
Yeah.
see it. I do think it's like partially a montage, but I don't know exactly how to write it to flow the way that I'm seeing it, and I'm just like, isn't that screenwriting 101? Like, why am I like can't do the thing that I'm supposed to be able to
No,
do?
I think you're at the hardest stage for me, at least. Once I know what's going to happen, like once I have my outline, things
Mhm.
feel easier. Uh, so I
I
don't know.
have
That's
outlined it
great.
too. I have like
Yeah.
my
Okay.
whole
So you have an
outline for it.
outline.
Yeah. It's just like I think it is. I mean, I feel like the opening usually is the hardest part for me to write because it's like what sets the whole tone of the movie. So to me it's like really important, you know?
Yeah. I think just writing, that quote, like, it always feels impossible until it's done, like, really applies to screenwriting for me. Like, I'm more confident than I used to be, but it always kind of feels like a miracle. Like, every time I've written something that I really like and then, like, I'm done. Because it just feels like so, I'm like, what if I don't know how to do it this time? Like, what if this is an
Right.
exception?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where that comes from because you'd think at this point that, like, fear wouldn't pop up. It's probably just part of the creative process, but I
Mhm.
feel like almost like performance anxiety where I'm like, what if this time I like actually don't know how to write a script, but
I
like I
know, right?
do?
Yeah. It's like I know. Yeah, that's exactly what I feel like I'm
Yeah.
struggling with. But I just realized too that I think part of it is like a little bit of a technical thing because this is like one of some of the feedback we had gotten from the first script was like the confusion of like it being about Santa Claus and like him
Yeah.
like aging, And so I think what is feels a little tricky is that in this version of it, I'm making it that it's like the guy is Santa Claus's son, and so I
Mhm.
want him to like be the same age as her when they meet, right? Or like look the same age, but I'm also trying to very quickly get across the concept that he's like a magical person. So like there's like a joke where like the dad Santa Claus is like, Nick, it's time you start acting your age, like you're 127 years
Mm,
old, because like he's Santa Claus, so he
yeah.
like is old, but he looks like he's like in his 30s, you know. So I'm
Right,
trying to
right.
like
That's
figure out
always
the
fun.
balance of like, it's this is he looks this way, but it's like old for him, but he still looks young because he's gonna look like he's in his 30s when he meets her. So that I think is what is like tripping me up in the like setup in the beginning, is like
Hmm.
I don't want to confuse people.
Yeah, you want to like world build
Hmm.
effectively. That sounds really fun though. Are you still in the holiday mindset? Like, do you feel weird writing now that like about Christmas now that it's over?
Kind of, but I feel like
Yeah.
I've been trying to like keep it like one of the other things I've been wanting to balance with this movie is the like um that it could that some of it could like be taking place at any time of the year. Like it is still like very Christmassy.
Hmm.
But I feel like the dates and the stuff that I'm thinking about are more like just like fun things to do in LA. So I'm actually more so trying to explore like what would be like a fun, exciting thing for someone to do in Los Angeles. And this actually is something I have thought about too, going back to like too many executives in the kitchen or too many
Yeah.
cooks in the kitchen. Because I feel like I'm remembering how like I at least my experience has been is like they have like such an obsession with like what's the big like set piece. So like what's the big, you know, like we want to see Santa Claus driving a red Corvette down like the Pacific Coast Highway. Like you know what I mean? It's like they're so
Hmm.
obsessed with just getting that one shot that like kind of sells the trailer, you know? That I think that that to me is like the difference between thinking like an executive and a producer when you're writing a script versus being a writer, because I'm like I already notice how there's some really fun dates and scenes that I've just organically thought of that I think I couldn't get to when I was doing this before because I had so many other people being like, okay, but like, how would you make this bigger? And it's like, no,
Hmm.
like, come back to reality for a second that this is like supposed to be happening in Los Angeles with this like middle income girl. Like, she doesn't like have like all these things that you want her to just like randomly have, you know. I think that's what takes me out of at least like a lot of these big I don't know, blockbustery movies that are just like all about making the one cool crazy scene versus, I don't know,
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
telling
yeah,
the
yeah.
story.
Just for like shock value or like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for the trailer. Yeah, that's interesting. And do you feel, I'm like interviewing you. Do you feel
Yeah, I
like,
know, I'm like
no, 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 it's good.
I need to stop
I have a lot of
talking.
questions. What was I going to say? No, I was going to say, oh, and do you feel more motivated because you know someone will read this at the end? Like, I assume yes, right? Like, you know that you could hand this over, or are you hoping, like, does that
I
change
don't
your showing up
know.
or
Honestly, I think my brain right now is like, because I'm still like, I can't believe I still haven't finished my Indian rom com that I've
I
been
get
working on
there?
for like a year. And I actually was, are we, can we mention that we're having a, that the group that we're doing with Carly?
Yeah, I mean, we can. I
I
guess I
guess
can.
I don't know why I
We're
would
like,
think that would be a
is it like a secret?
secret. I
Yeah,
don't know.
we're starting a little writers group. Well, we didn't start it, but we're joining a writers group.
Yeah, we're joining a writers group. I was like stressing about which project I was going to work on for that. And so I thought it was funny in my own laughing at myself, where I'm like, I have these two other scripts that like this Christmas one and the Indian rom com that I've been trying to work on for the last few months. And then I decided actually for the writers group, I'm going to work on my
Yeah.
time loop movie just to stress my own self out.
You want to like start, I think, from more scratch for this. Like, I think the plan is we're kind of doing a little, what's the right word? An incubator. I don't know. Like, where we're like,
Is
where
it
we like
not just a writers group?
it's probably just a writers group. I don't even know what an incubator is, but like I'm trying to say that we like start from like idea to script in like kind of a
Mm.
faster timeline with support. Yeah. So I'm gonna finally, hopefully, not even hopefully, I'm gonna declare it. I'm gonna write the airport
Yeah.
rom com. I actually yesterday I didn't spend an hour, but like on the ferry, I was like starting to take notes about like what
Hmm.
who I want my main character to be. Because I'm also at that point, I like avoid the work because I have fear that I can't write a good script again, even though I
Mm.
can.
Yeah.
And then so I avoid it for a really long time. And then I do the work. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, once I know what's happening in my story, I come up with more ideas. It's just like
Yeah.
the beginning is, I don't know, not my favorite. I know a lot of people get really excited about like brainstorming and stuff. I kind of do. It depends on the mood I'm in, I guess. But
I feel like I love that yeah, I do love the like brainstorming, kind of outlining
yeah.
the script. I think it really the hardest part for me is just like sitting down and being like, you gotta finish
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I'd say usually I finish scripts, but I have a few projects I kind of just stopped writing and I don't really want to work on
That's
them
like all
again.
of my scripts. But I want to work. My problem is that I want to finish all of mine
Yeah, no,
so
you like your
badly.
ideas.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just I can't like I just really struggle with the balance of like sitting down actually doing it and then like my brain will just like hop from script to script and then I get nothing
Yeah.
done and I'm just like I gotta figure out. So I guess to answer your question, like I guess there is a part of me that is a little more motivated to finish the Christmas one because that feels a little bit more like there is a ticking like clock
Yeah.
in my head
Yeah.
because I'm like this guy is like really interested, wants to
Actual
like read
producer.
it, is like open to me. Like I can't like let, like a year go by. I can't like
Yeah.
next year be like, hey, I finally finished,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I definitely feel a lot more motivation if someone wants to read it and potentially make it. But yeah, yeah. I thought I would have like more exciting news at this point. I should just like not ever announce again if I'm gonna have exciting news until I actually have
Oh
exciting
yeah, so
news.
nothing has happened from that yet?
No,
Okay.
for anyone listening, if you're like, what? Yeah, basically, I thought I was gonna kind of get my first script sale. And it still hopefully will happen, but just like I'm waiting for more news. So it's always just like a dangling carrot in front of me, and
Ugh, yeah.
I wish I like didn't know how close I am because I would just love to get that call where a producer is just like they said yes,
I
but like
know, yeah.
so it's like really nice to hear like little affirmations and like, oh, you made it to the next stage of like, getting to your yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been waiting. I thought I would know like a week ago and I
Mm.
don't, but a few people who like worked with this company before um, have told me that this is like standard. Like this doesn't necessarily mean it's a no.
Mm.
So I don't
I was
know.
gonna say I would think that it's not a no because
Yeah,
like if it
they didn't
was a
say a no,
no, then they would have just said no and they would have been like,
right?
hey, they said no, you know. So that makes me feel like it's still in
It's still a
consideration.
maybe yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a roller coaster, but it's
Mm.
gonna happen one day. It's just like it can be a little exhausting to be like, okay, this is the day that
Right.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
hear, and then they're like, psych. So,
Yeah.
um, but it's okay. I should really just focus on like doing like writing my
Mhm.
next script, thinking of more ideas, things like that. Because we can't wait around for other people. But I do think I would just have such like a writing pep in my step if I truly did get a yes
Right.
finally.
Yeah.
But it's okay. And yeah, my goal for the next like month, I think, is to actually start writing my project, outlining it. Um,
The one
because
for
the
the
airport,
writer's
yeah,
group.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because I at least have a one pager, and I was like thinking about who I want the character to be. I really want to focus. I've always wanted to write a rom com lead like this. This kind of connects to something you sent me. Never Been Kissed is kind of a comp in my mind
Oh my gosh.
because no, I'm not going to write a story that disturbing, even though I love that
I
movie.
was gonna say I want to know what you thought about that
I'm
review.
saying what I enjoy about Never Been Kissed and something I want to take into my own writing is like the late bloomer rom-com lead who isn't like a horrible person. Like
Mm.
I really think I've just been thinking a lot about like adults who have relationships later in life and how like movies don't really like tell those stories, and if they do it's like 40-year-old virgin or
Mm.
something like that, which
Yeah.
annoys me. Like it's like they're the butt of the joke, they're like seen as like the loser, but I really just like from personal experience from seeing like my friends, like people are having relationships at like different stages than I think like
Yeah.
Hollywood and rom-coms like tell us is the norm. So I just would like to explore that more, just like with a lead who maybe has never had a boyfriend and she's in her 30s, or I don't know, she's just like more inexperienced, but it's not because she's like a loser, you know?
Right.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
like it's just like a circumstance that I don't know. I follow this really I like this influencer. Her name is Naomi. I'll put it in the show notes, but she is in her early 30s in LA. She's an influencer and she talks about never having had a relationship even though she really ultimately wants that, and she like dates, and she's like a dating influencer person that
Yeah.
I follow. Um anyway, so I don't know, she kind of inspires me because I feel like I mean that's not my personal experience, but I will say that like I always kind of felt like a late bloomer
Mm.
in my life, like since I was like a teenager, and then like it didn't, and probably rom-coms messed me up more because
Yeah.
I was like always like, you know, that was like the norm of dating is what I saw in these films, and
Mm.
I don't think it often matches reality for like millennials. It depends on the person,
Yeah.
but yeah.
No, totally. Like I'm so here for like that kind of content because I feel like you're right. It's like we always just have the same type of storyline that and I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Never Been Kissed is such a good example of like it's like and actually now I'm saying that is the concept of that movie that she's literally never been kissed before.
I think so. Yeah, I know. I think I like didn't realize. I think I need to rewatch. It's been I think is she 25, which is also like
Yeah.
really young, like she's a baby still. But I do know if like if I were 25 and had not been kissed, I would like have a complex about it in
Yeah,
today's
yeah,
society, you
yeah.
know? And she and like, you know, I need to rewatch. I know she is kind of presented as the loser, but like when she's an adult, you know, she has like a good job and I don't know, she has friends
Yeah.
and like she's not like they do kind of present. I need to rewatch, but like I would love to just see someone who actually never was like the geek or like, which is nothing wrong with that, but like I
Right.
never see that. You know, like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, or like every movie, like every rom com is like they all like I don't know, like just the experiences they've had. I feel like don't match like the millennial reality
I
anymore.
know, yeah. And honestly, I feel like that's like I keep thinking too that there is such this like um I feel like this is just what maybe Hollywood doesn't see or understand is that we the millennial people who like are now in our like 30s,
Yeah,
we want to go to the movies. I feel like we do want to like like we want to be entertained in a like nostalgic way, and I feel like we are like willing to go to movies and like pay for things like that, but like they
hmm,
just keep churning out the like Transformers 57 and like
yeah,
like all those types of movies for like families and kids, which like I get from the like pure financial standpoint that like that's getting six people to go to a movie, instead of one or two. But I feel like they just don't really seem to totally understand that. Because I think the other thing too, it's like you're saying, is like we want that type of movie, but we want it to be true to like our like storylines and not with the sort
yeah.
of like Gen Z current type of twist. Like, I actually had this thought the other day that I was thinking about. Even though I feel like at least two of the movies I'm working on have social media involved in them. I would
Mhm.
love to watch a movie where nobody in it is a social media influencer, and
Yeah.
there's nothing about social
Mhm.
media involved like in the movie at all. Like, wouldn't that be so
I would love
nice
that.
to spend like
I
2 hours in a
That
movie?
is a thought I've had as well, why rom-coms are not as impactful or timeless
Mm,
because of the social media aspect. I think it's hard. Like I'd be curious. It depends on the storyline or when it's set, but I do feel like movies are more disposable if it's featuring Instagram in every scene, then in
hmm.
like 5 years it's going to seem outdated. And
Yeah.
maybe there's something with that. And I also that kind of connects as well to just like dating culture in general, like the apps and like I feel like maybe I'm just like not a fan of dating apps right now, but like I just feel like they're kind of like killing romance and
Mm.
all the not killing. I don't know. Like I just feel I don't know. I would love to see yeah, just more romance on screen, I guess, and not just like
People just like meeting in person. Yeah, it's like I
yeah,
think
like the
too
old days.
yeah, well, it's because I think they forget that we go to like at least when I want to watch a movie most of the time it's because I want to escape and like I want to just
Yes.
like be I want to be thinking about something else. I want to be moved in some kind of way. And nothing takes me out of a movie more than when the person is just like, now they're pursuing being an Instagram influencer, and or like half of
Yeah.
the movie is shot from like with the iPhone, and all that text
Mhm.
comes on screen. And it's just like, I'm like, I'm so tired of social media. Like, I'm not watching a movie so that I can watch more social media people. Like, I want to watch a
Yeah.
movie to like feel something,
You want
not
to feel something. No, I agree. You want to be like taken out of like doom scrolling and all those
Mhm.
things. And I get that like in a lot of stories that I write too, like it has to be like maybe referenced or like maybe there's a part like there are texts in it. Like I definitely write texting in my scripts and stuff. But um yeah, I wish I had written down the quote, but like Reese Witherspoon was interviewed recently as well about rom-coms and how they like teach us about love. Do you know what I'm talking about?
That sounds kind of familiar.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe I should look it up and we can cut this part out.
What did she say?
No, just look it up.
Yeah, I'm kind
It's
of
just
curious.
saying, hold on, Reese Witherspoon. I wish we could like research things as we record and like show them. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like little reporters.
There might be a way to do that. I don't know
Yeah,
how
rom
though.
com quote. It's in People magazine, and it says the title is Reese Witherspoon says modern dating has been hurt by the decline of rom coms. It's where we learned social dynamics. But just like I remember seeing that mentioned on social media, because I was trying to say as well, it's like okay, so I want the millennial experience to be in art, but I also think art like dictates dating perhaps and like
Mm.
self-perception and like so many things that we can't even fathom because I see this trend as well. Well, we've complained about this before where people call things rom-coms that aren't rom-coms. There's that
Yeah.
as well. And then I'm like, this is horrible. This is about like a horrible situationship that like everyone's miserable and like, I don't
Yeah.
know. And that's not escapism. That's not like super fun for me to watch. I just saw this movie, The Threesome. This is an
Oh, yeah,
example.
yeah.
And everyone was like, did you see it? I think I was
No,
texting you
you
about
were
it.
texting me, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's in it. First of all, that was not a rom com. It was very dramatic. So I was like, it actually was well made. I saw the whole thing, but it just the love outlook in that movie was very bleak and very very like polyamorous and like I mean, which is people should do what they want to do, but just like the I'm not seeing like grand romantic gestures in like these kinds of movies that like I don't
Mm.
know. I feel like I have a lot of thoughts that are kind of all over the place this morning, but
I mean, I feel like, I
um,
think it's too. It kind of sounds like a lot of what you're saying. Though, is just we're just really tired of the same type of story all the
yes,
time, and like we want some kind of blend of the two. It's like you want a little bit of,
yes,
like, you want rom coms to be more romantic if they're going to be like a romantic comedy, but if it's like something that's more like rom dram, it needs to like not focus like on the trailer at least so much on the like romance. Like, I feel like they do sort of
yeah,
like cut it away to make it look like, oh, this is like a romantic fun film, but then it's not.
yeah, yeah. No, you summarized what I was trying to say. Yeah. And then everyone keeps telling this is I haven't seen this movie yet, but everyone is like, Aviva, watch Splitsville, I think it's called. And I've
That
not
sounds
seen
so
it yet.
familiar.
And
Have I
it's
seen
with
that?
like Dakota Johnson, and it's about like a threesome as well, or it's about polyamory or something. I don't know. It just and I'll watch it. I'm just like worried that the message as
Doing your
well.
research on polyamory.
That's like in a lot of films right now, and on the dating apps as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just like don't. I'm kind of resistant to watching because I'm just like, I don't want another movie about like how bleak romance is right now. I
Mm.
don't know. Um, yeah,
We need
but
something
I'll
more
watch it. I'll
positive.
report. Yeah, like I want the escapism, but I also want a little realism,
Right. I'm
but
trying to
not
think what's a
materialist.
good movie for that.
I know. Well, I hope we have like just a couple like really good rom-coms this year. I don't know. Everyone, I guess the next theatrical release is the Tuscan one. Is that right? Like
Oh,
Me,
yeah.
You, and Tuscany. I don't know if it's going to be good, like, but I'll definitely see it.
Yeah, I'm curious about that one actually, because when you
Yeah.
first sent it to me, I remember watching it and I was immediately like, oh gosh, this is going to be terrible. And like the whole like kind of setup of it feels a little bit like, hard to believe.
Yeah.
But then I like liked their chemistry and I was kind of like, okay, actually maybe this could be good.
Yeah, no, the cast looks promising. The set looks promising. The plot, maybe it's like a fake. What is it? Is she engaged or she like
She's
chases
pretending
after
she's
some?
engaged,
Yeah,
yeah.
so like a fake engagement thing, which is always fun. I like that trope.
Hmm.
Yeah, we should have probably have a whole episode about that when it
Yeah,
comes
yeah, we can
out because
watch
that's
it.
like maybe we can bring someone on to review it with us. Oh, the only other news this week that I didn't mention was that I made the short film this weekend.
Oh yeah, oh
I
my
feel like
gosh,
it was
tell us about
already so
that.
long. Yeah, I'm
Just
like, okay,
casually forgot that I made a short film over the
yeah,
weekend.
that was so long ago. Yeah, so on Saturday and Sunday, so we're filming on Thursday, so it's just like this past weekend. Yeah, I finally made a short film, which I've been wanting to do for
Yay!
years.
That's so exciting.
Thanks. Yeah. And yeah, it went really well. This is the it's a 5 minute I don't know if it's a rom-com or rom-dram, to be honest.
Oh no, you're
I've
okay.
become the
We're gonna
person
hold
that
you to this. Yeah, you gotta decide, and then
you should watch
we're
it and
all
let me
gonna
know.
judge you for
Yeah, yeah,
what
yeah,
you
yeah. No,
label
I
it.
deserve it. So it's a 5 minute short. It was originally meant to be a rom-com.
Okay.
And so it's a 5 pages. It's called Let the Dust Settle, and it's about a heartbroken Sandman who shops for a vacuum cleaner to like try to get his ex back because he's the Sandman and there's sand everywhere. And and that was like a complaint that she had. And then he ends up connecting with the employee at the vacuum cleaner shop. And yeah, so about the rom-com versus rom-dram, I'm really curious like how it will land when it's edited and like with
Mm.
music. Because so we did 3 scenes. So the first scene was on the beach. That was on Saturday, on Bainbridge. And it was a really beautiful day, thankfully not raining. Cold, but it was like sunny actually. It's been sunny here.
Yeah.
Not today, but it was sunny. um, and that is a breakup scene. And when I wrote it, I was like, this is so funny, even though it's a breakup scene. But the actors like played it, like it was a breakup scene. Like it wasn't like they weren't in like a skit. Like it felt
Mm.
very real, even though a few of the lines are like pretty silly. I think about like why they're breaking, like she's like, there's sand everywhere. It's in your sheets. Like I can't live like this anymore. Like that kind of thing. Um, so I'm curious, yeah, like after the edit, if the audience will laugh or if it will feel like I'm hoping it'll be funny.
Mm, okay.
But it's interesting to like kind of see, yeah, like what you've written, you know, be performed many times in a row. Cause I'm like, wow, this feels really like intense, even though they're like
Mm.
kind of saying silly things. Um, but yeah, that was really great. And to
Wait, I'm
just
kind of
watch.
curious.
Mhm.
Before you guys filmed it, did you discuss is this scene meant to be more serious or more
Yeah.
comedic, or like did they just like read it that way and it just like suddenly felt that way, or?
Yeah, I think I mean, we were all on the same page of this being kind of a rom-com. And they did rehearsals and I was like able to watch them on Zoom because I was like in class, so I had to miss the rehearsal. Um, yeah, no, I think like the tone they understood. I was just like as an observer, like actually
Mm.
hearing it play out on the beach. I was just like, huh, I wonder it'll just be really interesting like how it will land for people, I
Yeah.
guess. And I'm fine either way. Like I think if it's not funny, that's okay. Like I still think it's like good. um and there are definitely some lines I hope will land funny. But yeah, no, it's just like interesting because it's like I think editing can also make a big difference and music and like the tone can shift.
Mm.
So it was really cool though. So we filmed. My biggest like shock and thing I learned kind of is just how many takes like the whole they were doing a page of text for hours, and some of that was
Oh
like
wow.
set up but they would do the director and the cinematographer and like the crew and everything yeah, like they just filmed a lot more than I would have imagined,
Hmm.
like from different angles and like different perspectives and stuff.
That's
So,
so
because yeah,
cool.
it was really cool. It just makes you realize, yeah, like how much time goes into like half a page of your script sometimes,
Right,
like,
yeah.
film wise. So that was the first half of the day. Then we filmed the second scene at the diner on Bainbridge. There's this really cute diner
Oh
that
yeah,
I
yeah.
talked about. And that went really well. And so the first day was like, it was like think we were like on set from like 8:30 in the morning to like 10. So it's kind of a long day. um,
When you film in the diner and the vacuum store,
yeah,
did they have to close? Like, were they closed during that time?
they were already closed. Like we coordinated that well. So like the diner, we just went as soon, like a couple hours after they closed. And then the owner was wonderful and was like, just lock up when you're done. Like he didn't really want to
Oh,
be there. So he was really trusting. And so I think he, you know, I was like, I live on Bainbridge. Like we met with him before, but,
okay.
and he like gave us directions and we were like really careful. But yeah, he wasn't like, he was there at the beginning and then he was like, off to go home. Bye. And then,
That's so cute.
yeah, it
I
was
kind of
really
love
sweet.
that, but yeah, that does
Yeah, he was
kind
like,
of the
here's my
vibe of
diner.
Bainbridge.
Yeah. And we didn't have any extras or anything, and we didn't we had the characters like drink like fake milkshakes, but we didn't like make any food there or anything. By fake milkshakes I just mean like we didn't want, like we put like cardboard in like a cup and then we put like ice cream, or not ice cream, whipped cream in the top, but like they didn't really consume it.
Okay, I was like, wait, did they actually have to drink something like nasty?
No. So yeah, and then the second day we just did the vacuum cleaner store in Redmond. And he was there during it, but he was like in the back room. And
He was probably so excited. He was the guy, right? That
yeah,
was like, I've always wanted to be a part of
yeah,
this.
it was really sweet. So,
Aw.
yeah, I'm trying to think. My main job just on set was like feeding people. Definitely got way too much food, which is interesting. I thought there were like, I don't know, I was like worried there wouldn't be enough food. Um, and then on set, I honestly had like the least amount of work to do, because like, you know, I just done a lot of stuff before
Yeah.
shooting, but I wasn't like the gaffer. Like I wasn't like doing any crew jobs really. I like script supervised, but like someone else was doing that as well. But like just to like make sure they said they always said their lines, they were great, but like
Yeah.
just like take little notes about each take. Um, so yeah, I was really impressed with them. And like, so Grayson was my director, and like she went to school with most everyone on the crew.
Okay.
We had like, I think like there were like 12 crew members, maybe fewer. We had like 15 people total, I think, with the actors and everything. And yeah, it went really smoothly. Nothing went wrong, which like surprised me. So
So what will happen next? Like, so they're
yeah.
editing it, and then will they send you like a cut of it,
Yeah,
or
yeah. So we're looking for a
so exciting?
composer right now. And but yeah, no, I think the editor is going to start working on it like next week. I think right now, like one of our crew members, I think the camera operator or something, is like organizing all the footage because there is a lot because we did so many takes.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it was a really cool experience. And yeah, it's just so interesting to just like hand over your vision to something, because I'm not, you know,
Yeah.
I wasn't directing. I wasn't going to be like, don't do that. You know, they did great, but like, but you kind of have to just like trust everyone out. Like you're like, okay, this is kind of out of my hands at this point. Like, of
Mhm.
course, if I saw something I really didn't like, I would like tell Grayson, but like that
Yeah.
never happened. Uh, so yeah, I know it's just like interesting, and how actors read your work, because like in your head you have such a certain like, oh, of course they'd say it this way, and then they might not.
Right.
So definitely a good experience. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but yeah, no, I'm really happy to have just like made something finally, and I hope
Yeah,
this
I'm so proud
year.
of you. You've
Thank
been wanting to
you.
do this for
I
so long.
know. I really hope this is just like the first project, because I really like, I liked being on set, and it was just so fun to just not have to wait for like an executive at this big company to maybe buy your work. You know, and it just feels very empowering just to like make stuff.
Mhm.
So yeah, and then we'll probably submit to like film festivals. That's the plan. And then probably it'll be eventually on YouTube or something.
That's so
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, we'll have to
thanks.
have some kind of little premiere or
Yeah,
something.
I definitely want to do like an in-person one too. You can fly in.
Yeah, no, I've been wanting to
um,
go to Seattle, so
yeah,
I'll just
come to
plan
the
it for that
premiere.
time.
Yeah, that'd be great. And then yeah, hopefully I really do want, and then my future projects, I still would love to do like proof of concept shorts. So I like make, you know, a proof of concept for significant mothers, and then like hopefully use that to like actually make features one day, because that
Mhm.
is like one of my biggest dreams.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So exciting. And so if like you're inspiring me and probably everyone else listening to
Thank
this to
you.
just like want to do our stuff, you know?
Yeah, I think it's so like, it's such a human thing where like, you kind of forget, like you forget how far you've, because I wanted this to happen and now I'm like, let's make a feature, but like the bar is always raising, so it's like
Yeah.
hard to like celebrate like the little, not even little, but like the achievement that you just had.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, I really, I think everyone, if you're interested in doing that, should just go for it, and go to like, I think just go to like networking events where you can find people who do want to make stuff. Because that was one of the
Right.
hardest parts, was just finding people who are like, okay, let's do this.
Did you already have that script finished too when you met
Yes. So
Grayson? Or
yeah, Grayson, I randomly wrote this last year, but I didn't even think about making it. I just like wrote it in a day, I
I feel like I
remember.
remember you
I
saying
think
that.
maybe
Yeah,
I
you were like, I
did. I
have an idea
remember,
for something about the
yeah,
Sandman. Yeah.
yeah. I was just like, it was like one of those like ideas on my phone for like a couple years plus, where I just wrote Sandman rom com. And then I just like randomly, yeah, I don't know. I love those like rare days where I just like feel like compelled to just write something. It wasn't like I had this
Yeah.
like huge epiphany or anything, but like I just remember just like writing it in like a day and then being like, okay, that was fun, but moving on. I don't know. I didn't think that I would make it.
Yeah, that's so funny you say that because I mean that was exactly the mindset I was in when I wrote my Zac Efron one because I was just
Yeah,
like, oh, this idea has just been on my phone for a few years.
yeah.
Like, I'll just write this. I kind of feel like we need to do a call to action to our listeners to look at your phone and
I have an ongoing notes
look at your
app.
list, yeah,
It might be
and
fun
choose
sometime.
something from that.
We could like, that would be a fun challenge, or like we could start doing that with our guests or just us. Like I have this ongoing note on my phone that I think I've had for like 10 plus years. Like
Yeah,
there's a lot of
same.
like really
Random
random, it's
ideas.
like on my phone. And sometimes those ideas do really like, it's interesting, yeah, which ones I decide to like take from like 5 years ago, and then which
Hmm.
ones like morph into something else. Or and then sometimes I look at an idea and I'm like, this is like horror. Like I never want to do
Yeah, like,
anything with this
what did this mean? Why did I
idea.
write this? And
Yeah,
maybe it triggers
classic.
like a new idea too, though, you know?
Yeah, no, I want to do that more actually. I think I used to take notes throughout the day more on my phone,
Hmm.
and then I kind of stopped doing that, and I think that's really helpful when you're like trying to think of scene ideas or um now I kind of want to look at my writing note.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
have it on your phone?
Yeah, let me see.
Let's see if we like, I can read a really random
A
one.
random idea. Oh
Um
my God, I'm
Maybe this
scared.
is like a prompt for everyone. Wait, where is it?
This feels like
Wait,
a putting a making
is
a
it?
writer vulnerable.
Yeah,
Like, read
you
your
don't have to.
ideas from your list. No, I want to
Oh,
find something.
oh my gosh, yeah, this was written like 10 plus years ago, like my first idea. Like, why did I? Okay,
Okay, okay, yeah, give me like a funny weird
okay,
one and then like
let's
a
try to
legit
find.
one.
Um, oh gosh. Oh, some of these are so, because I was like, okay, this is like scary. I'm like, I don't know if I want to. This is my idea.
Scary.
Um, I mean, okay, this like, I don't really think I want to write this. I wrote society in which, okay, society in which education is meant for the end of your life. Learning is
Ooh.
not seen as useful.
What?
I don't remember writing this at all. This was like probably 15 years ago or something, 10, 15 years. I don't know. I think maybe I had this idea. That's kind of a thing that in movies where like people go to school later, like, like
Mm.
delayed education movies,
Yeah, that's true.
but I don't feel super inspired by that.
I got some great ideas in here.
Okay.
I feel like you'll like this one.
Okay.
This one just says a story about a girl who is always a catering server, watching weddings happen, dreaming about having one of her own.
Love it. A little
Oh,
what a
I
girl
love that
wants.
idea.
A
Yeah,
little,
like I'm a caterer who's like
yeah,
always like catering at the
caterer.
weddings, and then she
Yeah,
finally gets her dream wedding.
that sounds
There's something
amazing. I
there.
I want to definitely write like weddings more in rom. I haven't done that in a while. Um, yeah, some of these are just
Oh
like
yeah, I've
they're
got a
kind of,
scary one too. I don't like that.
yeah, some of these are like upsetting me.
Oh wait, I like this one too. This
Yeah,
one I just
okay.
have to shout out because this was my sister. I'm also someone who sometimes I think of I like a title of a movie, but I don't really know what it's going to
Yes,
be about.
I've done that
And
too.
this one is called "Who's Gonna Date Luke," and it's because it just says a rom com about a girl trying to set up her friend Luke. Because my I remember my older sister was like kept talking about this guy friend of hers that like her and all her friends are just like, he's so great, he's like such a good guy, but like all of them are like not interested in him like romantically, like they're all just
Oh,
his friend. And so they're
yeah.
all just like, who's he gonna, like who's gonna end up with him, someone's got to date Luke. But I don't know, I haven't thought this out
I feel like that has
obviously, but
potential. That has like a vibe. You know, how you just know
right,
a vibe. I
yeah,
feel like that is a vibe where I would watch that. Like,
right,
cause like the
I like
nice
that
guy,
name
the
too, like
nice
who's
guy.
gonna
Yeah,
date
yeah, yeah,
Luke,
yeah.
and like, yeah, the idea of a bunch of friends trying to like set up their friend, but like there's nothing wrong with him, it's just
Mhm.
like,
That
you
feels
know
very millennial. I feel like that is
yeah.
really like a documentary because I feel um oh, this is cute. Someone, oh my, okay, so this woman I know, she's in my like I'm in a like chronic illness support group, and she wrote to me. I thought this she's from England, and she wrote, "My mom always said there's a lid to every saucepan, like how
Oh,
like finding love, because she was like, I don't know, trying to give me hope about the dating world."
yeah.
I thought that was such a cute way to put it. So I'm glad I wrote
Yeah.
that down.
Oh, yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
I have a
That's
rom-com
pretty.
idea. This is a very 2026 for LA as well. Like a couple breaks up in one of those self-driving cars, but they
Ooh.
can't get out.
Oh God. Oh my God, that would
Wouldn't that
actually
be
be a
good?
funny like short movie, like a short
I
film.
actually kind
That
of I
should be your
haven't even
next
looked at
short
this.
film
I feel like that'd be so funny. I wonder how
in a
hard it is to
Waymo.
like film in a car, but that might be like a good limited location, like where they're like, and then like it turns into some kind of rom-com. Like I don't know, it's just like
You should work on that because that I feel like that's so like topical right now. That's such a like big thing, the driverless cars, and I could see
yeah.
that being so funny because like there's just so many things that you could do with that.
Yeah, no,
I
I
vote
actually
that one.
really this is fun to share
This
actually
is
because I'm
kind of
like, wait,
fun.
that is
Wait, you're okay. The
no,
one
wait,
about
give
the
another one.
saucepan.
Yeah.
This has I really love this concept. I think it's something I'd have to continue to work on for a while. To like make it, but I wonder if just me telling you basically if it like makes sense to you because it says it's a 3-part limited series about soulmates. And so the idea of it is that in the first like season of it, you meet like the couples meet in a really romantic way, but the idea is like uh how do I put this? Like the couple that you see in the first season, they don't look the same in the next season because like every time they die, it's like their souls find each other again,
Oh,
but like in different bodies, right? And so like the
okay.
concept is that over 3 different seasons or whatever, the souls keep finding each other, or like maybe they
Mhm.
like meet but they don't like, it's like in certain different situations where like they don't work out or they don't find each other but they like they miss each other, or
This is
something. But
deep. This
yeah,
doesn't
this
feel
one,
like
I
a
know this one's
rom-com.
really, this one is like really long note, so
There
I'm like
is
I gotta figure out how that would work.
yeah. Okay. I think I've mentioned it before, and I'm sure you could go in a totally different direction, but that does remind me there was an episode of Black Mirror called Hang the DJ that's probably my favorite.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, have you seen that? You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about? And like that, the end is kind of, well, spoiler alert, but like really made me emotional because it was like they always choose each
I
other like
know,
over and
yeah.
over.
Yeah, I it's like I want to write something about the concept of like our souls like existing after death, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So then it's like they get reincarnated into a different body, so it's like the same soul. So that concept of like you start life again and then you find that soul match, like, but it's a different version,
Yeah. You could definitely do something with that. But yeah,
Yeah.
in a
I'd
different
have
way.
yeah, it had to be fleshed out a lot more.
No, I would watch I think that's like a really sweet idea.
Yeah, that's like
Um,
a indie film.
yeah. I could keep going. I feel like actually I have a lot. Oh, here,
This
this
is
is
actually
really good.
fun.
I have an
Everyone needs
idea,
to
but
do
then
this.
oh my God, will someone steal this title? Maybe I'll share it. I just
At least hey, we have evidence. If someone steals it
okay.
and we
I
can
don't think I
really
would
listen
actually
to this.
write this. I just wrote rom-com about a baker. It's called Breadcrumbing.
Oh my God, that sounds like a great
like player,
rom-com.
like a player baker
Oh my
who's like
gosh. That
insufferable.
also feels, you've got a lot of really like relevant to
Thank
today's
you. I
world.
feel like honored that it's nice. It's like a good boost to kind of have someone else believe in your random idea.
Yeah. Okay, I have one more that I
Okay, okay,
think
okay.
is, I've always thought about this one.
Hmm.
I'm like, is this a Hallmark movie or is it like,
Ooh,
or is it more a little bit like satirical about
yeah.
Hallmark? But it's the concept is that a woman goes on a reality TV show, dating show like The Bachelor, but there's like it's like I have notes about it that like either she goes on the show and she actually falls in love with like somebody on the crew, but then like has to keep being on the
Mm-hmm.
show to like be like fall in love with the bachelor guy, or she like actually falls in love with the bachelor guy and like they actually both fall in love, but then they have to keep filming, and so then they like
Yeah,
struggle
yeah.
with like being like actually in love, but the show wants to like tear them apart and like for the drama of the
I
show.
like it. There, that is a little similar to The Wrong Paris. Did you ever see that on Netflix?
The Wrong Paris, no.
It was actually pretty cute with
Oh,
what is
that's
their
where they go to
name?
Paris, Texas or something.
Yeah, and it's
Okay,
like
no,
a
I haven't seen
reality
that.
show. It's a little similar, but I'm sure you could take your idea in a
Okay,
different
now I kind of want to
direction.
watch that.
Yeah, it's a comp for sure because it's like she's a contestant on this like kind of bachelor like reality show, and then she like it's like enemies to lovers. So it actually was like kind of cute. I wouldn't watch it
Mm.
again, but like I did finish it. She does fall for the like bachelor
Okay.
reluctantly. But I think like the world of reality television is a fun topic to like
Yeah.
explore that I would watch totally.
Yeah. I've like really
Yeah.
gotten into reality TV
I
recently.
love reality television, honestly.
But specifically game shows. So I
Oh,
will say
interesting.
I'm like super into the traders right now.
I've never seen that, but I do love like dating reality shows. Like I'm
Oh, okay, I
very
can't watch
much
that.
yeah, no, I feel you. I'm very much looking forward to like Love is Blind. And I've said this
Mm.
before, but that show has inspired me to actually write. That was the one that inspired me to write Significant Mothers like in 2024. Because I remember there was a specific scene in Love is Blind, like the Seattle season, where one of the
Mm.
characters is really bummed. This like actually did inspire the script. She was like, she's really bummed that her relationship didn't pan out with this guy. Like they got engaged and then they break up, you know, the like they get out of the pods and but she's sad that she won't have a relationship with his mom anymore. Like
Uh-huh.
that's the saddest part to her. She's like, he's whatever, but like
Yeah.
I love having like breakfast with his mom, all that like they're like they become friends. So anyway, that like inspired a whole script because I was like, that's so interesting if you
That
become
is such a
more
fun, like,
attached
yeah.
to like
The parents,
someone's
the family.
family versus
Yeah.
that. I know that's been explored somewhat in some scripts, but anyway. So I think reality television it can be really like generative or whatever the word is, like to
Yeah.
think of new ideas. So watch reality television,
Yeah,
everyone.
that's our your new homework
It
is
is an art form.
work on one of the ideas from your long
Yeah.
list of ideas that have been on your phone for 10 years and watch some reality TV.
Yeah, that sounds great. I do feel like in future episodes it would be I don't want to like give away all my ideas, but it might be fun to like share a couple or ones that we like definitely wouldn't
Yeah.
want to make and then like they might morph into something else. So
Yeah, put them out there for other people if they want to pursue them or
yeah, yeah, like a little prompt, a little rom-com prompt would be
yeah.
fun because those are really helpful.
Oh my god, we should do a rom-com prompt in every episode.
That'd
So
be so
then,
cute.
maybe people
Yeah.
will get like inspired from it.
Honestly, yeah, I love that. Before we wrap up, yeah, is there anything we can talk about the Oscars coming up? If we have any thought, maybe I'll try to watch a few of the
Yeah.
nominations. Because I guess
No, I
that's
feel like
in a
we
couple
need to do a
weeks.
whole pop culture episode where we
We
talk
do. Oh,
about
we never
that.
talked about
We
Blake
talk about Blake
Lively.
Lively. We talk
We have
about
like we need to be
we
yeah.
do a
We'll
little
make
more
a list.
research, maybe.
Maybe we should do more research. I just wonder what I wish is like we could share like a PowerPoint or something like
Yeah.
during our
We should
conversation.
each come to it with a PowerPoint
Yeah,
of what side we're on, but
please. Yeah.
I don't think I'm on the
There'll
side.
also be a new episode of or a new season of Bridgerton. I don't know. Do you watch that
I've
show?
never watched
Oh,
Bridgerton, no.
it's really good.
Mm.
So that comes out tomorrow. That's like kind of the next show I'm gonna binge.
Have you watched the
Yeah.
new season of Emily in Paris? Have we talked about that?
Yes.
Okay,
We
we
like
haven't talked
briefly
about
mentioned
that
it. We
yet.
could talk about it more. Was not very into it this season. You too,
But
right?
excited for the end.
Oh, the end I was like, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know if
right?
we can spoil
That's
it,
what
but I
that
was
show
like,
does. Yeah, I feel
yeah.
like it's like meh, and then it ends with a great hook, and you're like, dang it, I want to know what
Yeah, I'm
happens.
like, I like this new location. I like
Yes,
who's being featured
exactly.
at the end. I'm like, I'm down.
I
Um,
know.
and I know that show was like renewed for another season or two. It
Hmm.
was like I saw this funny. I know we should wrap this up, but saw this funny like Instagram. It was like a montage of like the different actors from Emily in Paris, like trying to guess how long Emily has actually been in Paris, and they didn't know. Which I thought was they were like, well, we've had like 2 summers and a Christmas, and but like nobody really knew because people feel like audience members feel like she's been there for like years, but I think it's only been like a year.
Yeah, I was
Or
gonna
something.
say, I feel like my sister and I talked about this one time, and we were like, because when they do the Christmas episode, we were like, wait, that's supposed to be like her first Christmas, like in Paris, like away from
Doesn't
her
make sense.
family, and that's like season 2 or 3, right?
I think it feels like she's been there for like 6 years, and I
Yeah,
think she
I
like
think it
just
has
got
been
there.
like 8 months.
But I don't know what happened because I mean, okay, I know. Let me know when you have to go. But like, I just think that like when the first season came out, and maybe just the timing in my life, and was it over the pandemic? I don't know. Was it over
Yeah,
the pandemic
I
when it
think it
came out?
was in the beginning of the
It
pandemic.
felt like such a higher quality show to me. I can't like I
Mhm.
knew it was campy back then, but there was something about like where I really was rooting for Emily, and I really was rooting for her to be with Gabrielle. And
Yeah.
now I'm just like, I don't like anyone, but I'm
Because
watching
they don't,
this.
no one changes or any, no one has any real
Yeah.
growth. They just stay the same and do the same things. And like this season very much felt like it was like, they're like, oh, we can do so much marketing and like make tons of money if we just like implant all these like new marketing ideas and stuff now. And like no one's ever challenged in any kind of way. Like she's just like it would have been more fun to have seen her actually have to like be run the Rome office by herself. And but
Oh yeah.
instead they just like brought everybody to Rome, and like she struggled through a few meetings, but like she
Yeah.
never, it was just, it's always like Emily, everything Emily does is perfect. All of her ideas
She's
get
so
taken. Like
annoying. And I don't know what
yeah.
happened. Even Sylvie, who used to be like the only redeemable
I
character in it,
know,
this
yeah.
season I was just like, oh, you're annoying too. Like, why is and then Mindy, like I don't know what happened.
Oh
I
my
just
gosh,
like
Mindy
can't
was
stand her
horrible this
anymore.
past season. Yeah.
I was like,
Because they made
please
her
stop
sing every
singing.
episode.
Yeah. I was like, please. And I love musicals, but I'm like, please, no more singing.
Yeah, and her outfits got like so ridiculous that I was just like,
Yeah.
what are they doing to her character? Like, I really liked her character, and now her character is wearing weird clothes that aren't flattering on her,
Yeah.
singing every second, and super annoying. And then also, I just feel like it was out of character for her to like the way she handled the whole Alfie situation. Like, doesn't
It didn't
feel
make sense.
right for her relationship with Emily. So I don't know.
No, I was the same way. I will keep watching, weirdly
Yeah,
enough.
I know. I know. That's why I feel like
Why?
that's
But
how
like,
they've got
but
us. I'm
only
like,
when
I
I'm like,
still watch, but
like I
I'm
can't. I
not
have to like
happy.
see it till the end. Maybe like it will end with her visa getting revoked and she finally goes back to Chicago. I don't know, but
Yeah, yeah. Has anyone looked into her visa
I
situation
hope her
yet?
visa status is okay. Well, maybe I don't because I don't really like Emily very much. But you know, it was. But I do. I love the vibe of that show, and I wish we had higher quality Wanderlust content that
I
actually
know, same.
made us feel something. Because it is, you know, it is speaking to like the Lizzie McGuire, what a girl wants energy. It's just like not
Yeah.
as compelling. So
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, we can talk about it more
All
soon.
right. Yeah.
But yeah, should we wrap up?
Yeah. Sounds
Okay.
we somehow yapped for almost
Yeah,
an hour.
I was like, I don't, you know, yeah, today's like day one of my period. I was like, I don't know, like, I don't have anything to say. But you bring it out of me. So, well, yeah, it was always nice to catch up.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Next week. Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay. Bye. This has been an episode of When Isabel Met Aviva.
If you want to stay up to date with our episodes, please subscribe. Bonus points if you leave us a positive review.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Threads at When Isabel Met Aviva. See you next time.